Well, Missing My Old Man, another one of my favorites. And again, I know I mentioned this again. I know I said I wouldn't mention it anymore. However, I have to say again, the guitar performance and the vocal performances on this especially tight. Y'all worked hard on it.
Yeah, we did.
And I certainly appreciate it based on my own experience having to correct these things. It's a great song from beginning to end. And I feel like it tells a story, especially for people who have lost a parent or both. And it was a good song, man. So tell us about it.
Well, the first lyric, I was working with my partner. That was me and Cam. Cam was living in South Norfolk, and we were, trying to figure out better ways to build speakers that we could actually handle as far as hauling, on a weekly basis into clubs and stuff. We wanted to have the full sound, but, we couldn't afford to buy, custom-made speakers or, stuff that you could get out of, Audio Light and Musical. So we built our own cabinets. We had great speakers. We used JBLs in our cabinets. But the thing is that we had to build the cabinets themselves. So I went over there and we were working in this backyard, saws and hammers and paint and all the rest of that stuff, putting together the speakers we were going to use. And his son, Cam Jr., came out, was hanging out. He was just a little teeny kid, maybe about 3 or 4 years old, something like at that time. And there was just a connection. I mean, I saw, for some reason, the kid being there took me back to being a kid. And we're like, when I say I could feel it when he handed me the tools. And then his little Cam would ask Big Cam, what about this, Daddy? What about that? And all of a sudden, it just all got so familiar because my dad, was the guy who taught me how to use hammers and saws and all the rest of that kind of stuff. And I worked with him over the years on large projects and small ones. And it just seemed so familiar. It just did. And so, you get to a point where, okay, you sat back and you listened to your dad for so many years, and all of a sudden you start saying the things that he said, the things at least that mattered, that stuck with you, that he said. And you realize where you came from. And so, the line says, if I don't look back, I'll never understand. You have to reflect and understand exactly where those parts of you came from. And I got a tremendous, I guess you could say, a feeling, considering, when you talk about little kids, especially if you're a teacher, for a fact, especially seventh graders. Seventh graders haven't really gotten to the point where they actually think for themselves. So that what they actually bring in to the classroom, they probably picked up at the dinner table. Heard mom and dad say it, I'm going to say it here in class, that kind of thing. Even though they may not even know what they're talking about, they heard it and it sounded good, so I'm going to say it. So, you'll see that what you're telling is mostly due to what you have been told. That, you understand exactly the people who have said and done the things that have made you who you are. And my father was a very big part of that. I didn't know that. Like anybody else, it was like one of those epiphany, aha, I can see where it all comes from moments. And of course, it was very special. And so I wanted it, because it was special and very, very simple in its meaning. I wanted to keep the song simple. So just finger picking guitar, a couple, 3 tracks of it, of course, but finger picking guitar and a vocal. And that's pretty much it, and it worked. My dad was very proud of my performance on that song, which made me, of course, incredibly happy.
I was working with my partner,
just a little sweat and talk to pass the time. Just a way to keep our music, our families and our business all in line. There was something very special, I could feel it when he handed me the tools. When his son would ask the questions, I realized who told me all these rules. And I don't know who or why. Is it he or is it I? And if I don't look back, I'll never understand. Head in hand and missing my old man. And someday you'll be thinking of ways that you've been bought and then been sold. You'll see that what you're telling is mostly due to what you have been told. And when you search your memory and sift through all the shadows, you will find that the Maker is the Father, the Son is now the Maker, and both of them are really one in kind. And I don't know who or why. Is it he or is it I? And if I don't look back, I'll never understand. Head in hand and missing my old man.